All right, time now for Top Talkers, and today's subject is it's what's making news today. It's leading our newscasts, and it's what a lot of people are going to be talking about in the news, in the newspapers, and of course also around the water cooler, because it has a lot of people kind of going, how, why? It's what's going on with the Salvation Army, and just to set it up a little bit, if you're just joining us now, the Salvation Army is being investigated after some $240,000 has gone missing from their operating budget. This is at the Booth Center right here in the Byward Market. As well, as a result, their executive director has been fired. He was there for 8 years, a longtime director, Perry Rowe. I want to first get a reaction to this news, because I think what a lot of people are doing first off is shaking their head and saying, how is this happening?
Are we on delay? Because those are some words that come to mind, obviously. That's the initial reaction I think all of us are having right now. It's just like unbelievable. This time of year, that amount of money can go missing from that organization. Obviously, this story's not going to go away. I have to get to the bottom of this, but just outrage is maybe the key word.
I should probably introduce my panel, which I forgot to do. Of course, you know who they are by now. Steve Lloyd, Team 1200. Codi Jeffries from Magic 100. Tell me your reaction when you heard this news.
I was kind of shocked, especially this time of year, but I can't think that one person is going to ruin it for everybody. I can't even hope that one person is going to do that. I mean, they've done so much great work in our community, and they continue to do so with the kettles and Christmas around the corner. So I'm hoping that one person is not going to ruin it for everybody who's going to walk by and go, you know what, I'm not going to give because of that.
I think that's one of the dangers that the Salvation Army is worried about, is that, you know, you thought they were one of the organizations you could actually trust. I mean, and it was, you know, the stealing of the Christmas kettles was one thing. But this is beyond that, obviously. I don't, you know, and I think that's the danger here, is that if you look at who you can trust and who you can give your money to in a charitable sort of way, you're wondering now about the Salvation Army. I don't think that's going to be a problem. However, obviously somebody is responsible over 8 years for stealing a lot of money. Well,
this alleged case of fraud sets off alarm bells for you in a time where charities are asking for your support and need your money to, you know, feed the homeless. You know, what the work they do alone includes the 200-bed facility, outreach programs, you know, all those toy drives right now in the city, the Help Santa Parade, gathered toys for
the
families.
Christmas hampers, everything.
I mean, it's so far-reaching. Is this going to have an effect, do you think? Are they going to suffer this year when it comes to donations?
I certainly hope not. I think that's a case by case. What Kurt said, unfortunately, we're not talking about a kid grabbing the kettle and running down the street with it. Like, we're talking about a lot of money here. And the inside job nature of it, so it seems, like we don't know exactly until we get the facts here. But you would certainly hope that people will still have faith to give it this time of year. I know I will. I'm not looking at the Salvation Army any differently that way. I'm ticked off, and I hope we find out what really happened.
Yeah, because it's disgusting is what it is.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify one thing, is that what the Salvation Army is saying is that this is money that did not come out of their fundraising campaigns. It came out of their operating budget, their administrative books, if you will.
But it still hurts them just the same.
Exactly.
And their cause.
As a charitable organization that uses its money to help others, it has less money to do that with right now.
Could that trickle down into even other charities? It might just sort of distort how we feel about charities and kind of make us question
not in this town, not around here, I don't think. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but I worry about the good name of the Salvation Army, and I wonder what it takes in somebody's head to know. And it's obviously, you know, one man has been fired, but that doesn't mean he's the person responsible. They're going to investigate this. But obviously somebody has been skimming off the top for quite some time now, and how you live with yourself and do that is something I don't know how that works.
When we're talking about charities and the amount of money that comes into charities, and it's our money, it's our hard-earned dollars that we give, and we don't, you know, we know it's going to the good, but we don't see necessarily it working right away. You know, it's kind of like you're giving. Should there be stricter ways, or should there be new rules for how money in charities is managed to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen?
Yeah, you're talking about transparency, and I'm sure that's going to be part of the solution here. Once we get to the end of this, I'm sure there's going to be some mechanisms put in place where everything's more transparent, because we like to believe we can trust everybody, but unfortunately, there are idiots that work in every organization, and it's not exclusive to anyone, and unfortunately, we have at least one in this organization.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out Lloyd's jersey today.
You like that?
It's a nice Tim Raines Expos jersey.
It is, yeah.
Very nice.
this is all in an effort to not talk about the lockout.
I'm doing
on your
my
program
best.
today.
Yeah, we
Is
have
that
some
right?
good baseball news today.
Right.
It's Blue Jays related,
Yeah,
but
that's
still
not
it's
good
baseball
news, but anyway.
So we'll be talking about that.
Right.
And not about my mustache.
You can
either.
talk about. It's very nice.
It's
you
awful.
can talk about the 67s, although they're losing. They got a game tonight.
They got a game
you
tonight.
You can talk about hockey that is happening.
Yes.
But not
Minor hockey, junior hockey, baseball. We're trying to minimize a
What
lot of
NHL?
talk.
What NHL?
Yeah.
All right, I want to thank our panel.
Thank you
For
for-
more non-hockey talk, listen to the Team 1200 with Steve Lloyd, and of course, get all your Christmas tunes on Magic 100 with Codi Jeffries. And Stoodley's got another hour on our show today.
I'll do
Stick
it all.
around.
Yeah,
he does it all. He's around.
I'm happy about that.